Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Sorry I do a delay. It's just I gotta watch for the timer because my computer can sometimes be slow. So I wanted to share with you all what's going on in my life. As you all know, I get depressed. So last night, yesterday, we got up as you know 2 in the morning. We got up as you know 2 in the morning. I had my orders placed. Shout out to Corey and Tara. And then afterwards, I got walked outside, had some chewing tobacco and smokeless tobacco, and then I decided I had to get ready to go. So I went in, took a quick shower, tried to make some phone calls. Chloe's like, "We need to reapply for Social Security." So I tried calling the Social Security office on the 800 number. They were closed. And got ready to go. We got ferry, and we thought we were gonna miss it because we left at like 5:20, and we get there, and there were backing cars up. Now, when they back cars up, that means that the boat's going to be going to uh, Lopez Island. So what happened is we got on board, we sat down, and I was hungry, so I went into the galley, it was open, and people were like, "Hey, Rita, hey, Moppy, what do you want?" And I said, so I grabbed a couple breakfast sandwiches. They're not that good. And Chloe's like, "I want some." I'm like, okay, okay. So I went and got her a muffin, a blueberry muffin. It was expensive. Ferry food's expensive. I wanted to share that with you. If you ever take ferry, make sure you stay away from the galley. So we went in, got the ferry food, sat down, and I ate, and Chloe ate, and I went out for a dip. And I walked around the ship several times while it was pitch dark. I mean, literally dark as dark could be. And all you can hear is the waves hitting the ship. So we get into port, and we run into a lady who was on the ferry who was talking to Chloe. It was a girl that Chloe met, and this girl Chloe's talking to had a government phone, and she's like, "Yeah, I got a government phone. I got this. I got that. And it doesn't work on the island." Well, we don't even know if the other phone that was, the one that Chloe has, the old number is actually. And so what happened was I added her on Facebook. We were talking on the bus, and anyways, we were talking on the bus. So as we're talking on the bus, she had trouble with her phone. So I was like, you know what? Let me just tether my mobile hotspot to your phone. You can use my hotspot. And she's like, "Oh, you're so kind." So we added Facebook and talked about her traveling. It was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to Heather. I think her name's Heather. Uh, yeah, Heather. I think it was. Anyways, happy birthday to Heather. so, anyways, so what happened is let me see, her name was, yeah, Heather. Happy birthday to Heather. So basically we were talking, good looking girl, and she's was talking and Chloe was talking, and we got on the bus and we went to the bus stop, and I realized we only had 5 minute transfer on the next bus, and we went downtown. Well, she was gonna get off at the station. First, she was gonna go and ride all the way to like a Walmart or whatever and see about picking up money her mom sent her for her birthday. But she was panicking about how she didn't have her ID with her, and I'm like, that might be a problem. But anyways, so we got off the bus at the station, realizing again there wasn't a big window. So we got on another bus, and went to Walmart. So we got to Walmart, and this is Adventure Day, and we get off at Walmart, right? And Chloe's like, I get in line to pay the layaway. She's like, "I'm so hungry," and I'm going, "You had a muffin." That timed me over. So I was like, fine. I gave her a $10 bill and says, "I want the change back." paid the layaway, and then I went and looked for her and finally found her eating at the Subway, using one of their tables. And I said, I'll meet up with you. She's like, fine, whatever. So I decided to go and follow the list. First thing I went to do was, go and get the stuff for Shelby. Now I'm cleared up with Shelby pretty much. I went and got her snacks. I went and got her, what she wanted: Ritz crackers, Lay's chips, and so forth. So when I was there, right, I decided to see if they had those TV dinners I like. So I got some TV dinners. We had a cooler with us, so I put ice in the cooler, bought ice. Anyways, I got some what do you call it? Some uh Gatorade, which is pretty cheap. I was like, I just got a couple bottles for me. Chloe's like, what about me? And it was like, fine, just take it, get what you want. Just here, fine, whatever. They had a Gatorade Ice, or Frost, Gatorade Cool or whatever, Orange Mango, which was really good. Chloe like, that's really good. Anyway, so I got that stuff done, and I went and got the shampoo and conditioner. For some of you wondering, people sit there and say, oh, your hair is so beautiful being dirty blonde. Yeah, that's because I haven't washed my hair in like a month, because we didn't have shampoo and conditioner. Every time I tried to get something happened. So when I was at Walmart yesterday, I decided it was time for me to buy 2 bottles of each. And, I went through it. And when I was doing it, Chloe said she needed eyeliner. So I was like, what about me? And so I was trying to tell Chloe, we got to be penny pinching, because, she has no cash assistance, which she said the hell with. And then with me, I have to pick up the pace. So with me, it's been depressing because I'm trying to do everything right. And so when it came to it, I basically was depressed, to the point of no return, and that was just for what I needed to do. So I'm just checking something. I need to check my balance on my layaway. So currently I owe approximately that much. So I gotta pay more. Probably on Monday, pay more on the layaway. So she basically turned around and right? And I went through the checkout and it was $64 and some change. So $65. That was for Gatorade, chips, which the neighbor asked me to pick up chips, but that's because she gave me money for hers. So, I got that done, and Ritz crackers and stuff like that, and and TV dinners. And the TV dinners were $1 more, so I paid $10 more for these TV dinners than I should in Moses Lake. But what the heck? I got TV dinner. So from there, we decided to head out to the bus, and we didn't have any time. We got on and we got off, and I was a little a little lightly hungry because I didn't take my breakfast sandwich. So I walked all over, and so I burned off a lot of energy. So I decided to go ahead and take care of so at the Skagit station, I went into their cafe and sat down, and didn't realize that we didn't have but another 30 minutes to kill, 45 minutes. So we finally got on the bus after having a coffee, and I had some cupcakes for breakfast, snack. Chloe had bought I don't remember what she bought, but anyways, it was like she got a meal, like it was like a breakfast thingy. And anyways, what it was I got a mocha, and she got a dessert bar and an 8-ounce drip coffee, and she said the coffee was the bomb. So she and they upgraded her to a 16-ounce drip. So we went and got coffee, and then we got on the bus after doing tobacco, and then on the way back up to Anacortes, we had to go get the meds. Now we got our estrogen, and I got my nitroglycerin being filled. And when I was at Safeway, I went in and Chloe's like hungry again. So I gave her some more money out of the change from the $5 bill out of the 10 because she got something at the bakery. Or no, she got hot chicken tenders at at Walmart. So we got in the finished Safeway. I looked at the time and I was like, we have 58 minutes to get our lunch in. So we went over to Taco Bell. And we walked in, this guy sitting there, and the guy, I said to him, I would like a double chalupa box, and I would like mine with no lettuce, tomato, or jalapenos, or sour cream. What they do? They made it up wrong. This was just the first time. They did this 7 times. Well, finally, Chloe goes up there and starts raising hell. Listen, you got my order wrong. You got her order wrong. Well, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. So in the end, as I was leaving, the manager said, I'm sorry for this sideshow distraction of those 2 fake men in dresses with fake tits coming in here. They don't pass well, and I'm sorry they were distracting. Well, I called headquarters up, and I'm calling them Monday to file a complaint because the manager was basically under a lot of stress and she kept putting our order on hold. We said, we got to go. She's I finally, this is what I did. I finally went up to the lady. She said, what do you want, sir? I said, it's ma'am. You want to see these? You want to see these? Those are fake tats. I said, you want me to pull down my panties? I might go to jail for indecent exposure, but you're going to see what I have that's down below that you have. It's man-made. So, I mean, the lady was just rude as hell. Literally rude as hell. I mean, she needs to be completely fired or reprimanded for her actions. I mean, and the employees were getting it, being taken out because they were supporting. They're like, we're so sorry, ma'am. And, and the manager's the one making the food. So, in my opinion, it was wrong. So I finally said, here, take this fucking chalupa box. I don't want it. You can fucking give it to the dogs for all I care. I'm leaving. Lady's like, well, your dog's not supposed to be in here. I said, my dog's a trained service dog. And you, I mean, literally, I asked, 7 times. So I finally just left. And I gave up on it. I said, fuck it. I wasn't going to deal with some fucking cheap ass motherfucker, because of the whole ordeal. I just freaking left. I mean, I have enough trouble as is with enough stress and problems, right? Well, Chloe sat back and they kept attacking Chloe, being called a sir. And, I know certain people that are subscribers and moderators on my channel would say, well, Chloe got what's coming to her, but I didn't deserve it. I mean, it'd be like me saying TJ's a man in a dress when TJ is a woman. It'd be like saying my sister Lexi's a man in a dress when Lexi's a woman. It'd be saying Gabby's woman in a suit, when she's definitely a woman. I mean, it'd be like throwing insults, and no one needs those insults. I mean, and so one of the things depressing me was that whole incident, and so I stormed out of there with my cooler in tow. Chloe had the little cart, and I had my carry bag with me, and I walked up to the bus stop. I literally just walked up to the bus stop and waited. And there's one lady, she was very nice to me. Very nice. She didn't understand. She says, you look unhappy. And I go, I am depressed severely. And I didn't explain it to her. So Chloe comes and the lady's listening. And finally, I said, the lady, one of the reasons the manager did what she did was because I have a service dog. So anyway, so what happened was we decided to go ahead and we were going to go make a complaint. So, we got on the bus, and we walked in and into the terminal, and it's part of our adventure. And we sat down and we decided to have something to eat. Now, being a woman, people are like, so I ate my chalupa really quickly. I was had a eight, half eight, and uh went up, paid for tickets. That was $75, mind you. I want to show you $75, right? And one of my neighbors don't have the money to go ride the ferry to ride to town. I got a ferry transit card here that I get reduced. I'm trying to apply for the regional reduce for all ferries and transits in the state, being disabled. But anyways, so I went out, 6 tickets, costed me $76, and Chloe's got only enough to go ride on Monday and Friday, so she can go get her groceries. And me, I have enough to ride with her for the month. And so the problem is when I was very furious. So I was eating my chalupa, which they didn't even get right. I just wolfed it down. And I told Chloe it wasn't filling. And Chloe says, I'm sorry, no, it wasn't filling. So then what happened is I got onto the ferry. They scanned our tickets and we got our table. And Chloe was like, I'm going to take a nap. Well, I went in to get a soda and the entire galley's full. So I get in line and this guy goes and he takes like 8 hot dogs. He was going to eat 4 for himself, 4 for I was like, there we go. So I left. As I was leaving, he says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm making sure these don't go to your hips. So finally, I go, you bastard. So I went outside, and finally, when the galley was clear, I went in there, and I know the ladies. And they're like, hey, Rita, what's up? Hey, mop, you get your food yet? Mop, you get your food? Mop. And I said, he's got food at home. I said, is there a way? And the lady looked in there and like the entire hot food was done. She's like 15 minutes. So I go in there and the lady gave me a discount because I had to wait. And I told her what happened with Taco Bell. And I said, I'm not filled. So I got 2 hot dogs. And I went in there originally. And I said, when I went in there and told her the second time at the galley, I got a soda. And then I walked outside for 15, 20 minutes, came back on my hot dogs, ate them, and then did dip. Finally, some old people are complaining about they didn't know where they were going at Friday Harbor. Says, oh, you go here and we turn in here and we're right there. And the lady's like, oh. I said, yeah. And she's like, oh. And I go, yeah. And she goes, oh. And then other people stopped and they were like, oh, dog, little kids. And so finally we get off the ferry, and I'm being slow about it, because it's just me. And I'm going slow as slow can be. And basically, sorry, I'm just adjusting the dilator. So then finally I get done, and we're walking home, and I didn't stop except for once to catch my breath because I'm towing 10 pounds of ice and frozen TV dinners, and I restructured the cart to hold everything. Oh, and by the way, when I went to get my meds, I should tell you, I went and got some chips on sale for Shelby because that's what her order requested. So I did the delivery thing, and it was just tiring. So I finally got home, and we got everything put away. I went to the mailbox, and it was empty. My rings didn't come. My packages didn't come. The dresses I ordered last month haven't come. We live on an island, so that was frustrating me and depressing me. And Chloe's like, are you depressed? I go, yeah. So we get in, and I sit down, and I had to change clothes. I changed into these pants, the skull pants. And as I'm relaxing, Chloe's like, when are we going to the brewery? And I was like, not yet. I need to check the balance because, we haven't paid the rent yet or the electricity. Everything else has been paid this month. And so, I was telling her I'm afraid to check the balance because, with the $75 ticket purchase, just so we can get groceries as well as other things, that I'm worried. And so, Chloe's just like, well, when are we going to do this? So I was really, really worried, So, there it is. I got the double chalupa box, and instead of having churros. They gave us nacho chips. And I'm not a big fan of nachos, so I said just skip the nachos. After every time I told them they'd put nachos in it, so I'm like, just get, And so then I asked for a regular chalupa box, and again they screwed it up. So it's like, how can you screw up a chalupa box? And then I specifically said soft tacos, not hard tacos. So they screwed it up so bad that I was like saying to Chloe that I'm not going to go through the Anacortes Taco Bell. I'm going to complain, Now I'll go through the one in Mount Vernon because I can just tell them I go in there and say, hey, I want this, which I don't even know where that one is. But let me just continue. So Chloe's throwing a fit, and me, I can't take the stress. I mean, that's why I'm going for mental help, Chloe's mom doesn't realize it's like, well, you need to hurry up and CG's her name. And make sure that you get Chloe, her legal name, to therapy. And it's like, Chloe doesn't want fucking therapy. If you're watching this right now, Chloe's mom, CG, damn good and well she's not going to go. She says she's looking for private practice. I got everything lined up, but it means taking ferry tickets. Now, unless you're willing and generously going to provide said ferry tickets, and I can say said ferry tickets. When I say said ferry tickets, Chloe usually gets mad. So unless you're going to be providing these little tickets here to get therapy, Chloe's not going to be going to the therapy on the island. She refuses. She's like, fuck them. I mean, they already are trying to sell me on the idea of convincing her to get the therapy. So anyways, let's get down to brass tacks, okay? So yesterday, when I got home, oh, by the way, somehow they updated the tower or my payment went through. And so they reactivated my LTE. Now, if you look right up here, it says LTE in the corner by the battery. That battery is pretty much done, and so but anyways, let's go into township while we talk, because I need to do my township this morning. I hope you guys don't mind while talking. So anyways, while I was at it, Chloe's panicked because I pre-ordered Diablo 3 and it was shipped yesterday. Amazon shipped it. So I mean Tara and Corey, they know I like going through them, but when it comes to video games, they won't do it. So I just decided to pay the sales tax, even though, I would have paid at Walmart yesterday, but Walmart didn't have it. So let's see. What do I need? Bread. So I got bread. And I got trees to do. So I got to grow 7 trees. So the trees take 3 hours to grow, so that's a good time. My sugar supply is here. And I need more sugar cubes. Let's see. Cheese 3. So I got 5 loaves of bread. So what I got to do in this, everyone, is I got to grow some wheat. Chloe doesn't like my game, and the other day she asked me specifically. There we go. So make some bread. My thing's there. My silk's ready. So I need more silk. That's why when the townsfolk ask for certain items, you can't deny it. All right. So let's go over to my orders real quick. My orders are cotton and corn. So I made cotton and I made corn. So let's just make some more cotton. Or actually, let's just make some more corn. And we'll do 2 sets of corns and cotton. We'll do more cotton to make sure. And then we will load up on sugar. I got to keep sugar on hand. That's why I always keep a balanced thing in the farm. So I have everything I need so people don't complain. Okay, so this girl wants frozen yogurt a dress, and a duster. All right, so let's go over here. We got the yogurt. We got the dress, which we got to take, and we got one of these. Her order's been no. Am I missing something? Oh yeah, the sweatshirt. There we go. So her order has been filled. And then this, I took another yogurt. The train needs to leave. And then I needed to get cream. I have to make French fries. I don't understand the formula of why you need that. All right. Let's see. Well, let's just go over here and check. So the policeman wants a hamburger and some silk. That's fine. His order's in place. Strawberry, this, and an ice cream. So we got to go over to here and make some nacho chips real quick. And then the strawberry and the ice cream is done. Frozen yogurt is. This old man's going to get his order filled. This guy wants cookies. This guy wants a potato. And, because of the whole problem. Oh. Now we're going to look and see if any of these guys needed cupcakes. That one needed ice cream. Milkshake. All right, we'll just go over here and buy the milkshakes. And then after that, we just go over here and fill the order. And then this one wants cupcakes. Let's just load the cupcakes up. Eggs and cream. So I'm going to have to go into my milk real quick. And I'm going to have to do 1 cream, 2 creams, 3 creams. And then I'm going to have to go straight to cheese making. The bread's easy. And then I go over to my thing here and I'll take out 2 bags out of my factory to feed my cows. See, it's simple. It's like farm simulation combined with city planning. It's really cool. All right, so what was the other item? I needed 14 trees. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to here and I'm going to go talk to my guy here and I'm going to tell him I need to buy some trees. I'll buy some potatoes soon so I can make the French fries. 21 trees I'm going to be getting rid of. There, and then this guy needs 4 trees. So now I need cupcake makings, and that means I can make 1 cupcake, which if I look at the factory here, it'll say cupcakes. So I go up to the cupcake factory. 1 sugar and 5 eggs. We don't have the sugars. That's why the factory's making it. And then I'll go over here. Take some more wheat. Go to the bakery. Bread's being made. Can't tap into the corn. All right, so we got what the train needs to go. Okay, the doctor wants potatoes and tomatoes. She wants carrots. And this guy wants a potato and something else, which you can't do yet. So there we go. And then I'm going over to the market here because I can buy stuff. Need the bagels, need this. There we go. And then we go around and we just need corn. And then I go into the barn here and I will get rid of the excess wheat. No one wants there. See, I stockpile certain items. Oh yeah, remind me. When can I freaking upgrade my barn? So I need 72 cash to upgrade it or paint. So no, I need cheese and bread. The bread's being made, so we're good. And then I'll see here. All right, so I don't have that yet. And then I just made some more peach, which means I'm going to have to go down to the pier real quick and send my boat back out to this island. There we go. And I need to check on that new building. And then I'm going to go over here to farming. And yeah, there we go. And because my sugar factory is going to get in the way, I'm going to move it. There we go. We'll put it north for right now. So I need one axe to upgrade my land again. I'm going to check the town hall. Achievements. Nope. So anyways, there you have it. So I got silk being made, and then I need to... So I got 2 of those. I got 0 of those in the barn. So I got 2.5 hours. I got a hat being made just in case someone wants a hat. All right. This guy's orders have fulfilled. Now what we do is we grow carrots like this, you know. And my experience is almost there. And then there. And then I need to check housing out. Can I actually build any more houses right now? No, I can't. All right, so when is this house being finished? The one I just put up over here. 6 hours. And I need 1,670 people so it can there we go. So there you have it. So I just finished that up. I still got to set up Google Assistants, as you all know. But anyways, back to the story, you know. So anyway, so when I got home, I basically, you know, was tired, and I called the brewery up on my phone. That's what a phone's for. And I said, hey, do you got that porter beer in, you know, because I was going to get a couple jugs of that. And they said, no, not till next week. So I said, I'll be in December. They said, okay. So Chloe was getting furious, and I'm like, look, you want a hoodie dress? It's it's going to cost $55 with tax, and you know, it's a billboard for the brewery. Now I know Chloe's mom would be like, "Wow, you owe the world." Well, anyway, so what happened was Chloe turns around, and she you know, she basically got angry. So I said, listen, I'll do your dress soon. I just need to make sure we have our rent covered. Well, to her, it didn't matter. Who cares if we're evicted for a dress? So to me, I was like, no. I've had enough bitch of a day. Guys taking the hot dogs and telling me he's saving them for going to saving my figure and going to my hips. And then one person yelling at us, calling us dudes in dresses, fake men, men with fake tits, you know, so many different things. And then she tells her employees it's her God-given right to insult us because it's what Trump said. I'm sorry to say, but that's bullshit. Not in this. We have protections in this state. This state's different. You can go in a red state, you know. But anyways, one of the ladies on the bus was talking to us on the way to the ferry terminal while she was getting on the ferry. She says, I can understand someone discriminating you because you have a service sheet too. And, you know, you being a beautiful elder woman, it basically made me realize, you know, that it upset me to no end. You know, she was just nodding her head, you know. I knew exactly what she was saying, you know. But anyway, so the point being is, when I got home, I mean, I had to get, before changing out of my sweat-induced pants that gave me chafing on my vagina and my butt crack, I put together the package that Shelby asked for. I put it all together in bags and I delivered it. Now Shelby's like, well, I wanted 2 sodas, not 3, but three's good. And she said the weight must be hard. Well, Chloe is pushing the majority of the weight, which was 3 2 liters of soda, which I delivered her. 1 large bottle of Gatorade, which I delivered. A family-sized box of Ritz crackers. 2 bags of chips. And I think that was the entire order right there. Oh no, she wanted a a box of time tea and a box of something else, and so she had, and she's like, thank you. So, so like today, she's like, thanks. I was like, yeah, she's like, so you're going Monday and Thursday? I'm going, yes. So, but basically, so last night, Chloe's throwing a fit. So I went and checked my balance, and it was, it's on par with what I figured, but I didn't expect to pay $75 for ferry tickets, because, usually we get our groceries on the island, yet, these ferry trips do take a lot out of me being up there in age because I got to get up, I got to ride the ferry, I got to get, up early. And, last night, so what happened is I was planning to go outside and have a dip, and Chloe was like, on her computer, she's like, well, I'm not going on Monday. I'm not going Thursday. I'm like, that's fine. You can go and have dental pain as far as I'm concerned. It just saves us. And finally, she realized that there was no winning with me. It was like, no, I'm not going to give in. I mean, and she's like, well, you had your orders placed for your personal stuff. And so, as you all know, Chloe, and I love Chloe dearly. I'm not talking bad about her, but she got angry one day and she threw these. So one set worked. So I had to go and find the same brand, which is hard to find. And I got a red and a black set coming. The white ones look good. I might order the white ones next month, but we'll see. So I ordered a red one and a blue set so I can play my Switch and have my music through my phone so I can use my phone as an MP3 player. But anyways, that's something I miss dearly. It's one of the things that's been depressing me is I like my music, but I can't listen to my music because I hear, what's that crap? Chloe did play some music last night that was really very upbeat. It was really nice, and I enjoyed it. But anyways, back to the story. So turns around, gets upset, and finally I went on Hot Topic after she went and browsed and sent me a link, and I was like, this is what you want. So I had a coupon. It was cheaper than I thought, but I wasn't going to pay $55 of sales tax just to place an order at the brewery, which they had them in stock for this hoodie dress. I mean, first he's like, I got a Walmart. No, I refuse Walmart. It's like, so with me, I had to basically go on Hot Topic and find and she wanted a Harry Potter sweatshirt. So I was like, fine, we'll get you some, we'll get it. It was affordable. I said, there you go. And then, she's like, well, you have your orders placed. And I said to her, yes, but my orders haven't shipped yet. I mean, I'm waiting for my rings to come in. She knows that's depressing me. I got 6 dresses last month that was ordered. That's depressing me. What depresses me also is the fact the demands. I mean, one of the things this lady gave me was the other day was being in a toxic relationship, and Chloe basically looked at it and she says, "Oh, I'm 7 of those, or 7 of them." She's admitting that's a toxic relationship, but she doesn't want to change. So that's what really upset me, And then on top of all this bullshit, right? She's sitting there and she demands, right? This is how it works. She demands. In the toxic relationship, so the therapist I'm seeing, she basically said someone's going to have to put their foot down, which I've tried, and say no. I mean, literally, this is what happened, okay? The other day, Chloe started attacking TJ's legal name, and I had to close the video after 90 minutes. I mean, if anyone knows about TJ, Chloe did put in her record. If she can get to TJ state, TJ would be dead. Pretty much. Even Lexi knows this, and Gabby. Now, if Gabby's watching this, hey Gabby. So the bottom line is what happened was she got very violently angry. And so one of the things the lady did put in is, do I fear Chloe? I do when she gets demanding and etc. I mean, one of the reasons that I want to bring this up today in the cash assistance part real quick, but I need to change I grab my coffee real quick. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. So here's what happened. So the other day, as you all know in my video, what happened was Social Security, the lady that runs the Social Security part through the welfare office has to, she's like, well, I can't talk to you. The release of info is outdated. Chloe called her and put her in her place. Well, the lady said, fine, I'll talk to Rita. Well, problem is, a lady said call ODAR. So I called ODAR in Seattle. We found out it was closed. She wasn't approved. So Chloe's mom, if you're watching this, you can understand, not approved. Chloe's grandpa, not approved. So what happened is finally Chloe put the bitch in her place. And Chloe said, hey, you pissed off Rita. Rita is not violent or angry. But when you pissed her off, Rita already had 3 hours talking to someone in the Philippines about her phone not working. What would you do? She says, oh, I would be irritated too. Yeah. I mean, literally, I am. Now, Chloe, of course, what's happened was we also checked with APS, as you know, and the case is closed. Unfortunately, Chloe now thinks she can be fucking lazy and not do anything. And so I told Chloe that she's going to either have to get mental help or she's going to have to find a place to go. Well, her mom doesn't want her apparently unless she gets a job and stuff. And so I wore this all night. I fell asleep in it. So, but everyone loves it, So what happened is Chloe's mom recommended back to the homeless shelter, and the homeless shelter refused, as I was trying to explain earlier, because supposedly in the women's dorm, TJ, you're going to probably be like, wow, a young woman got raped apparently in the women's dorm in the homeless shelter, and they basically kicked Chloe out and said, you have a home to go to, you're not off the lease, go home. So apparently this girl got raped there, and well, so Chloe went home and nothing happened. And, so we finally moved after being harassed. But the problem is Chloe, had that problem with Shelby, which I only know her, Shelby, seeing Chloe's underwear on wrong. And the fact that Shelby was completely on top of her and I had to move a 250-pound woman off of her. And now Shelby's laughing about getting fatter because she's pregnant. But we won't go there. However, I do think it's child abuse. For all of you watching this channel, to let her kid have Gatorade and chips for dinner. Now, us, TJ, if you're watching this, damn good and well, our moms would have basically given us a wooden spoon up our ass if we asked for chips or ice cream for dinner. I mean, you know it as well as I do, sister, and it's not easy. Now, I know you ain't happy, but I've realized through therapy and stuff that for all of you out there that this is a toxic relationship. I mean, it's going one way and one way only, and that's pretty much, the way it is. I mean, I have goals. I'm trying to work on my goals. I'm trying to get everything caught up, stuff that's been broken and stuff that I need to get into use. Like I want to get my tablet working again so I can actually play stuff, and get my tablet working. I also want to buy a new tablet this year, the 2019 goals, I mean, and I keep going with RPGs, but RPGs are getting harder. But should I continue? So anyways, back to the main story, so we got that taken care of, but we have to go to Social Security on Monday, which could take hours. So that's why I wanted to call. So what I'm going to do Monday is Chloe's asked me to call Monday once I get the numbers written on paper is we're going to call Social Security, we're going to call the welfare office, and we're going to call the welfare office's 800 number and the medical office. She's changing her insurance from Molina, which won't cover anything. They're like, you could have Compass Health. You could have Compass Health. Chloe's like, fuck you. I don't want Compass Health. So she's going to go ahead and go with coordinated care. And if that doesn't work, she'll change over to the community health plan. And then she'll change over to that to Amerigroup. Now, Amerigroup won't, the doctor where I'm seeing, which I made an appointment 2 nights ago when I went and saw this therapist. Her name's Leah, and she's a social worker too. So she actually set me up with appointments to talk to someone about my insurance so I can go and get the mental help I need. And so Chloe's mom was saying to Chloe, because Chloe had the speaker's pretty loud on the phone. Her mom was basically saying pretty much I'm slow as molasses when it comes to getting things. I've emailed, I've made phone calls, I've left messages. I've left messages. I've done everything I can to take care of Chloe. And now some of you out there think, oh, well, I must be lazy as hell. No, you want lazy. You go look at her, okay? Now, the reason she's changing to coordinated care on Monday and she can do it and then get it accessible in December is she wants to go through a mental hospital. And if she goes through a mental hospital, she's going to tell them no to Compass Health. Now, here's what happened, okay? When it came to the other places, now we're in another county. I'm just going to spill the freaking beans, okay? I'm just going to tell you what happened while Chloe got angry. Now, the other day, the one reason the video got destroyed and I had to delete it was Chloe pretty much turned around and attacked TJ after this woman accused me of being a man in her bathroom. And I turned around and basically said, and I upset Chloe. This was 2 days ago. That's why I seeked out some mental help. Is I told Chloe, Chloe heard me on the tub. I basically said, well, if you're going to accuse me being of a man, lady, you got something wrong with your eyesight because, Chloe's got stubble on her chin. Well, she found out Chloe had stubble, so she's like, oh, but she thought Chloe was beautiful no matter what. And I was doing a podcast, so she gave Chloe a necklace. When I got done with the podcast, I put the lady in her place. I said, if you're going to call me a dude in dress, you better fucking call Chloe one. And then I told the lady in the bathroom that I did a TJ. I listened to TJ's podcast, and I said, you lady are a fucking pussy. And the lady basically was like, so, that was an email from Hot Topic. I just placed an order to make Chloe happy with her damn dress. And now they're basically trying to sell me on some of these, like, chibi items. It's like, do I really want fucking chibi shit? And then the fucking mouse won't fucking work properly to scroll. It wants to fucking highlight everything. It's like, can't I? Riverhead Jughead Beanie? Come on, man. Sometimes I wonder about these things. I do got to go through my email, and clear it up. But back to the story. So the lady realized, and then when the lady was going to complain, I closed the door, and then I went to use the bathroom. And you know how you have a little slit sometimes where you close the door, and someone can look in. Well, the lady looked in, saw I had a vagina, and that was the end of it. She just stormed off, and said, well, I never. And I go, lady, I'm a female. Anyway, so Chloe took notice, upset me in my video. This was 2 days ago, and I had to delete it, and I was depressed. I mean, I was explaining everything, well, what happened, and etc. And it wasn't degrading or, pointing fingers. And she just got angry. So I told the lady, and the lady said, well, if you have to do these videos to express your frustration, but I mean, we had supervisors. I've talked to so many, and they're like, the relationship is severely toxic. I mean, literally. I mean, one of the things I wanted to share with you is the reason Chloe lost her cash assistance was mental health. The mental hospital is fine. She can go in there, get treated for 2 weeks. She gets 24 months of services of cash assistance by doing nothing. Unfortunately, they decided no. So what happened was Molina basically turned around and said, no, we're not paying. Your Molina's transferring over here. So then Molina basically contacted us and says, yes, to go see your doctor, you got to go through this doctor. Well, Chloe turned around and said, I don't want to talk to you. Rita, So gave permission, and I says, well, how can we fucking go through? Well, that's the one they go through. That's the one they're ordered to. I said, so you want us to fucking pay ferry tickets, bus tickets, train tickets to go to Moses Lake for therapy? The lady looked up the screen and goes, oh, that would be a problem. I said, you know what we're doing? We're going to change fucking plans so we don't have to deal with you fucking people. Because she said Chloe had to go there. That's another reason Chloe's going. Well, when I contacted the welfare lady and I explained it to her, she says, oh, and if we made it so it was hard for her to change doctors, she had to stay. I said, you guys are fucking stupid. Well, Chloe's too fucking angry and doesn't want to go through this shit. So they said, well, just change plans. And with the plans, it'll unlock itself so she can actually get mental help if she wants to do mental hospital. Well, Chloe already told me if she goes to mental hospital, she's refusing to go through follow-up treatment. She says, you can lock me up before I go through follow-up treatment. That's what she said, because that's what she told me, because she's tired of these fuckers telling her what to do. Now, the therapist basically I talked to said there's something wrong with Chloe when Chloe wants to be into a lockdown setting where you go through group and you do this and that. I said, maybe it's a vacation. I said, when I went there, I learned, but I said, I was the only one that got to have outdoor privileges. She says, why is that? I said, well, the dog's got to take a shit. And she says, good point. Now, Chloe, on the other hand, it's a different story. Last time she was every time it's like she's more happier being in the structured setting than anything. So what I'm thinking is it could be a routine that they set. She doesn't have a structured setting at hers. Maybe that's one reason why she's depressed. She doesn't have a structured setting. I don't know. But anyways, so last night, one of the things I was telling the lady is I told her about the paranoia, and she says sounds like schizophrenia. Literally, I know TJ said the same thing, but what I wanted to say to everyone is the reason they put unknown at the last mental hospital was Chloe refused her medical records. And one of the things talking to my father-in-law, Poppy, he agreed, Chloe's mom would probably agree too, that when it comes to these mental illnesses, they can't just sit there. If you go to one hospital and they get their records, they're just going to use the same diagnosis. They're not going to say Chloe's this. So that's one reason why Chloe's more hesitant to go back to Seattle anyways to get treated, because she doesn't want to be known as a person who's been diagnosed with these problems. She goes to Harborview, she's going to end up with the same diagnosis. Look at the doctor. The doctor basically rubber stamped her borderline, okay? And the lady turned around yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago, and she said it doesn't sound like bipolar or borderline. It sounds like schizophrenia, but borderline does have paranoid tendencies, but the problem with borderline is it's not good. But she's like, if everyone keeps going off of it, that's, something that's going to be hard to remove. Well, Chloe had her records removed. That's something she had it retracted. She wrote everything out, signed it, and said no. She didn't want to basically sit there and say, and the lady that did APS, she said we're not vulnerable adults, but she also said to Chloe that with Chloe's permission, she checked the records. It basically said what Chloe accepted, Chloe said, so the whole ordeal is I'm depressed a lot lately, and it's because we're in a toxic relationship. Nothing's getting done, and every time I try to make it work, I get the one hurt. And I'm not talking financially, not physically, but financially. The saying that we can go without rent for a dress but it's just a complicated issue. And, the thing is these people are saying, unless Chloe basically gets mental help, it's going to get worse. She's not going to, So one of the things is between January and April, I might have to send Chloe out after the 2-year mark out and let her be on her own, because she, either she needs a structured environment or she needs, her mom said it herself, she needs a routine, But anyway, so her dress is ordered. It cost me a little less. It cost me $40 less than going through the brewery, but still Chloe's cranky. Maybe next month I'll do it if we have the money, but we got Christmas to pay on. We got other issues to deal with, and my neighbor is just quiet. So with that said, everyone, there you have it. Please add, subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Just hit that like and subscribe button. It's wholesome fun for the family. Thanks for watching, Buttercups.